Welcome to Farming Aid. In the world of poultry farming, there's a hidden chapter of American history that most people have never read. While the average backyard coop is filled with familiar faces like the Rhode Island Red or Leghorn, there exists a remarkable cast of forgotten chicken breeds. Birds that once thrived on homesteads, roamed colonial yards, and fed generations long before commercial hybrids took over. These rare heritage chickens are more than just beautiful or unique. They're living links to America's agricultural roots. In this video, we're taking you on a fascinating journey to rediscover the most overlooked, underappreciated, and nearly extinct American chicken breeds you've probably never heard of. From mysterious birds developed by native tribes to rugged pioneers of the Midwest, these chickens aren't just rare. They're national treasures with stories waiting to be told. Let's begin with the captivating Buckeye, a breed born in the heart of Ohio and developed by the only woman known to have created an official American poultry breed, Nettie Metcalf. The Buckeye is more than just a bird. It's a living relic of Midwestern resourcefulness. With its deep mahogany plumage, muscular build, and a uniquely pea-shaped comb, the Buckeye was specifically designed to handle the brutal cold of the northern states while producing both meat and eggs. But what truly sets the Buckeye apart is its temperament. Calm, curious, and fiercely hardy, this breed blends utility and personality in a way few others can match. Despite its usefulness, the Buckeye almost faded into history, overshadowed by more commercial dual-purpose breeds. Today, it's thanks to small-scale breeders and conservationists that the Buckeye is once again clucking proudly across American yards. Venture further into the past, and you'll meet the Dominique, America's oldest known chicken breed, often mistaken for the barred rock. With its tight black and white barred feathering and rose comb, the Dominique was once the quintessential homestead bird during the colonial era. It was prized not just for its eggs and meat, but also for its ability to thrive on scraps, forage efficiently, and resist parasites. This breed once filled the coops of early settlers and Civil War camps alike. Over time, however, it lost favor due to the rise of standardized commercial breeds. But today, those who raise Dominiques know they're not just caring for chickens, they're preserving a living piece of early American life. In the southern swamps of Louisiana and Mississippi, another rare American chicken is clinging to survival, the Chakta. Named after the Native American tribe that stewarded it for generations, the Chakta chicken is a direct link to indigenous farming traditions and the chickens brought over by Spanish explorers centuries ago. Small, flighty, and fiercely independent, these birds exhibit a rainbow of feather colors and patterns. They're adept foragers and natural survivors, still capable of living semi-feral in rural settings. Because they were never bred for modern production standards, Choctaw chickens retain their wild instincts, making them ideal for permaculture and regenerative farming systems. Their rarity makes them all the more precious, as efforts to document and preserve them are ongoing and urgent. Traveling north, one may stumble upon the mysterious and ghostly Delaware, a breed that came close to national fame before slipping into obscurity. Developed in the 1940s from crosses between Barred Rocks and New Hampshires, the Delaware was once poised to become the broiler industry's favorite due to its rapid growth and large size. With striking white feathers and delicate black barring around the neck and tail, the Delaware is both elegant and practical. However, it was quickly overshadowed by the rise of the Cornish cross, and commercial breeders abandoned it almost overnight. Today, only a small group of dedicated poultry keepers is working to bring the Delaware back to prominence, not just for its meat qualities, but also for its sweet, docile nature and reliable egg-laying abilities. Further west, the California Gray deserves recognition as a dual-purpose breed with impressive genetics. Created during the 1930s by Horace Dryden, this breed was engineered for egg production and meat yield, combining barred Plymouth Rock and white Leghorn ancestry. The result? A strikingly barred bird with white earlobes that lays large white eggs, a rarity among American breeds. Although never officially recognized by the American Poultry Association, California Grays are one of the few true American breeds capable of self-sustaining reproduction without commercial hybridization. In a world dominated by industrial hybrids, this makes the California Gray a rare genetic gem worth reviving. Then there's the Chanicler, a breed with a uniquely northern pedigree. Although it originated in Canada, its story is tightly woven into the heritage of North American poultry development. The white Chanicler was developed by Brother Wilfrid, a Canadian Trappist monk in the early 1900s, to withstand the icy Quebec winters while providing meat and eggs. Later, the partridge Chanicler emerged, bred specifically for camouflage and free-range utility. Though technically Canadian, its long-term presence on American farms, particularly in the northern U.S., makes it an honorary heritage bird of the continent. Today, this calm, large, cold-resistant bird is gaining interest among those seeking low-maintenance, productive flocks in frigid climates. In the southeastern woodlands, the redcap once flourished among colonial farms, particularly in the Appalachian regions. This breed's name comes from its defining feature, a massive rose comb that resembles a crown. Redcaps are active, alert, and slightly wild, preferring to forage than to sit idly. Their glossy, mahogany feathers shimmer with beetle green sheen in sunlight, and they lay a surprisingly large number of white eggs for a bird that was never bred for high productivity. Their temperament might not suit urban backyards, but on open land, redcaps thrive, and their rarity only adds to their mystique. The Java, one of America's oldest foundational breeds, is another unsung hero of poultry history. Despite its name, the Java originated in the U.S. in the early 1800s, likely named for the Indonesian island as a nod to the perceived exotic nature of dark-feathered birds. Available in black, mottled, and white varieties, the Java played a crucial role in the development of more popular breeds like the Plymouth Rock and Jersey Giant. These birds are massive, calm, and slow-growing, with a deep, broad breast perfect for meat production. The black Java, in particular, boasts a luminous green sheen on its feathers and an impressive ability to forage and survive on minimal input. Though it once filled markets and homesteads across the country, the Java is now on the brink of extinction, sustained by only a handful of passionate breeders. Among the most visually striking yet rarely seen is the silvered blue, sometimes confused with more modern blue egg-laying hybrids, but possessing a rich, traceable lineage. Though not officially American in origin, its adaptation and further refinement in U.S. backyard flocks make it a breed worthy of inclusion. With shades of blue, splash, and black appearing in each hatch, silvered blues combine the aesthetic beauty of colored feathers with the practicality of consistent green to blue egg production. As American breeders select and refine these birds for cold resistance and temperament, the silvered blue is being molded into a unique American variant of a once European creation. And then there's the legendary Krevcore, a breed with deep roots in France but a tumultuous American story. Brought to the U.S. in the 1800s, this breed's presence on American soil is so old that its lineage split into distinct strains due to local adaptation. These birds, with their dramatic crest and V-shaped comb, were once admired for their meat quality and ornamental value. Though they teeter on the edge of extinction globally, isolated lines in the U.S. may hold unique traits not found anywhere else. Breeding and preserving them is not just about saving a bird, but safeguarding a one-of-a-kind American strain of a historic breed. In the Pacific Northwest, the Swedish Flower Hen, introduced by homesteaders and refined in regional flocks, has begun to develop an American identity. Known for their speckled, variegated plumage and robust health, these birds are gaining popularity among off-grid farmers and permaculture enthusiasts. Though their roots lie across the Atlantic, American breeding programs are creating lines that differ genetically and behaviorally, transforming this once European bird into an American rarity in its own right. The journey of rediscovering these breeds is not merely a nostalgic hobby, it's a vital act of agricultural conservation. Every rare chicken breed holds within its DNA the hard-earned lessons of centuries of adaptation, disease resistance, environmental resilience, mothering instincts, and flavor profiles long forgotten by supermarket consumers. As industrial agriculture continues to narrow its genetic focus, these heritage breeds stand as insurance policies for future food security and biodiversity. They're also a joy to raise, a living connection to the past, and a promise for a more sustainable farming future. Today, thanks to efforts by organizations like the Livestock Conservancy and countless grassroots breeders, the revival of rare American chickens is not just possible, it's already underway. Farmers, backyard enthusiasts, and urban homesteaders are rediscovering these magnificent birds, not only for their eggs or meat, but for their character, history, and irreplaceable genetic heritage. From the Buckeye's determined personality to the Dominique's colonial pedigree, from the semi-wild Chakta to the noble Delaware, each of these breeds represents a chapter in America's agricultural narrative that deserves to be preserved, shared, and celebrated. So the next time you're thinking of adding chickens to your flock, look beyond the typical catalogs. Seek out these hidden gems, support the breeders who protect them, and take pride in becoming part of a movement to revive and restore the rare feathered legacies of America's past. Because rediscovering rare heritage chicken breeds isn't just about birds. It's about honoring the story of how we farmed, how we lived, and how we must move forward. As we close this journey through the forgotten corners of America's poultry past, one thing becomes clear: these rare heritage chicken breeds are more than just birds. They are living pieces of history, resilience, and culture. Each feather, each call, and each egg carries with it a legacy shaped by generations of farmers, breeders, and homesteaders who relied on these birds not just for food, but for survival. In a world dominated by uniformity and industrial production, these unique and often endangered breeds remind us of the value of biodiversity, tradition, and sustainability. By supporting and raising these chickens, we're not only protecting precious genetics, we're keeping a vital part of America's agricultural story alive. So whether you're a seasoned farmer or a curious backyard enthusiast, consider becoming a steward of these rare treasures. Because in saving them, we rediscover a richer, more meaningful connection to our roots and help shape a more resilient future for farming in America.